I do think politics is very funny, and I think politicians are funny. But and the fundamental reason I think it is that it's all based on a huge lie. Kind of like professional sports is based on the lie that it matters whether this team wins or not. I mean, it really doesn't. In the end, if we just accept that it was all just kind of a silly entertainment. Politics is based on the lie that they actually care about you. And I say this, I'm a deeply cynical person and a libertarian, but I've been watching politics fairly close for a long, long time. And they say for a fact, nobody in Washington cares about you. I don't care which side of the aisle or what, they don't care about you. They care about keeping in office, having whatever perks and powers involved in that, and they care about winning. And especially today in America, winning is much more important to everybody than ever advancing any particular agenda or ideology. Certainly helping people is way down the list, because you could argue any given issue, both sides can tell you why it will help you to do what they want you to do. But in the end, I don't believe that's what they are trying to do. The higher you rise in politics, the less likely it is you're actually trying to help anybody but yourself and your immediate, cohorts. I don't think Trump supporters did get conned. I think they got what they want. They want a guy who, I know a number of Trump supporters, people who you would not necessarily guess were Trump supporters. They're not all white males, and they're not all straight white males. But they support Donald Trump, they still do. Not so much, I think, because they don't believe that he is some kind of great statesman. They don't believe that he is well-versed necessarily on all the policy details that a president should be versed on, but they think that he doesn't like what they don't like, and he pisses off the people that they want to be pissed off. And they're, basically the Trump supporters, a large part of it wasn't racism, it wasn't sexism, it was that to the people that they don't like, the New York Times, the Washington Post, the political establishment in general, MSNBC. They're tired of those people. They got mad, and so they voted for Trump. And his behavior since he got elected hasn't really done anything, I think, to diminish that support for him. And I think when the people who don't like Donald Trump, and I'm one of them, finally figure out that the way to beat him isn't going to be to keep saying he's a dope, he doesn't know anything, but to find an alternative person who will present something that people who are kind of resentful of Washington, resentful of the elite establishment, can support, but in an intelligent way. And then they'll do better. I would love to see the Democratic Party come up with a candidate who could appeal to people in Wisconsin and Michigan. I would like to see them come up with somebody who will represent more of a threat to Trump. But so far, it just seems that it's kind of like the Hillary campaign continued, which consisted of saying, he's an idiot, he's a sexist, he's a dope, you can't have it, and all the people who like him say, we don't care what you say about him, we like him because you don't like him. Donald Trump does seem to be humor impaired in that respect. And I think the easy psychoanalysis is to say he's insecure. Usually when people cannot laugh at themselves, that's what I assume is what's causing that problem. But I think maybe he doesn't seem really to be that insecure. He's really willing to be president of the United States, which he's obviously not qualified to be. So I think he doesn't have an insecurity issue. I think he just doesn't have a sense of humor. I really don't. And he can be funny. That's the weird thing. He goes, when he was doing his campaign rallies, he was way more entertaining than any of the Republican candidates running against him, and way more entertaining than Hillary Clinton. He was just entertaining. But it was mainly because he would just say any damn thing, and people liked that. I mean, people loved that. I wish we could find somebody who could say any damn thing and be competent. That would be a great combination. However, that is not, I believe, his combination.